We on, there we on. We weren't on at first. We were just talking and running it with nobody wasn't even on, but we already got somebody in the chat line already.
Should I do my intro again? Cuddy Slim.
No. But we know what? It
I
was
rock
good
the
though
party.
because
The party don't rock me.
hey, nah, you warmed up. You look at you. You already getting there. We already going. You going too far. We gonna pump the brakes right quick, cause we got a
Wait,
lot to talk
where's my
about.
earpiece? I rock the party. The party don't rock me.
Don't drop them hoes, don't drop me. I keep the going so then like hype the album and shit, yeah. Yeah, man, but hold up. So yeah, let me make sure I got this shit right. Hold up. Let me see if I got the chat line going. Cause I'm tripping right now. All right.
I have that
Bam.
effect
There
on
we go.
people.
There we go. There we go. Now we in now. Welcome to the chat line, y'all. Hey, what it do there, cat? It's the homie right here, man. By the way, man, y'all welcome to the Kickback Network. It's your boy Cuddy J. Broadcasting live from Dallas, Texas. I got my friend here with me, man. Long time friend. Down there 20 years. I say at least 2007, 2006. I've been with me. We waters run deep. My homegirl straight from that goddamn New Orleans, Louisiana. What it do there? Cat.
Who that,
Catherine Wright.
baby? Who that? Who that? That'd be me. Boy, man, I missed your face. I've missed your face. I gotta tell you that. I missed the times where we used to cut
Hey
up.
man, hey, I miss your face and your energy as well, man. I'm still out here and still holding it down. You know,
Oh yeah.
still doing what I do, man. I just slowed down a little bit. I don't move fast no more.
That's me too.
I
I
just,
mean, that's kind of how I'm doing it. But I had a few years where I went dark. I was not in a good place, and so I'm getting that energy back that I used to have, and it's getting back to old me, Cadillac.
yo, who it is, the chat line. Welcome to the chat line, man. Welcome to the kickback. I know I start my show around about 9:30, cat. Sometimes 8:30 at the earliest. It depends on how early I get home from work or whatever. But most of my chat it start getting, they start catching on around about 5, 6 minutes. Sometimes the trolls come up in here early, they'll be in here in a minute. But if they see a woman on the screen, maybe they won't troll. Who knows?
What did I just do?
There you
I don't
go.
know what I just did.
You changed your back. You gave yourself the green screen.
Look, I'll tell you what though, this social media stuff
You
has
look
gone
like
up
you
a
on
lot.
blue. You look like you on Blues Clue.
Who's looking for blues clues? We're just looking for blues clues.
So you left that. So you've been gone from Dallas how long?
So let's see. When's the last time I saw you? What year?
Man, I can't even.
I
Okay,
think
so
our
I went to
babies were
jail.
like six,
All
right?
right,
6.
all right. So check this out. I don't know. I can't even know. I can't even tell you when the last time it had to be around about 2008, 2009. The last time I seen you because I was staying out there on Timber Glen and Midway. Remember, because Derek DC was working at Fox and Hound.
Yep, he was. Yeah, Derek was at Fox and Hound.
But
That's where he met Amanda, which
and
love her.
I know I went to jail 2010, came home 2012.
Okay,
And I don't know if you've seen me since 2012 or
so
before, but I know
2010.
I stay around about.
Yeah, no,
You say what now?
2000. I'm in the country, so my connection's kind of spotty. So I don't mean to like talk over you. It's just kind of weird. But 2010 to 2013, I was in California and working in Santa Rosa, and oh god, loved it. Horrible sock tan line, but loved it. But I moved back to Dallas, Pilot Point area in 2013.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, okay, now I remember. I have talked to you since I came home from jail because I remember when you went to LA or California because you came back. We hung out somewhere in Sherlock
Yeah,
somewhere. I ain't seen you since 2013. It's been 12 years. What the hell,
it's been too
motherfucker?
long. We've been like social media like buddies, and I don't like that. Like I don't like that.
But you know what? My other Facebook page I had that everybody was familiar with. It got hacked. Matter of fact, I done had two Facebook, three. I done had three different Facebooks. I had the one before I went to jail, and when I came home, I ended up getting another one. The one I ended up changing to ended up getting hacked 2023. So that's the one I had you on at first. See, everybody just now gravitating to this new Facebook page, and Instagram page because I got so many Instagrams. Uh, that yeah, it catch up. It's easy to catch up with me though. To be honest though, I mean,
Well, see, like I was on social media for like almost a whole year, and it was beautiful and peaceful. And I just got back on it here recently, so it was kind of I lost my baby, so it was one of those things of like just bad times. So I just got off and dealt with myself, and
damn, I hate to hear that.
yeah, I mean it is what it is. I mean, for some reason, my babies always seem to be like 8 to 9 years apart from each other, so that's odd. But because we got Alden, he's turning 18 this year, and he's going off to college, and then you've got Ava, she just turned 10, and then Adam would have been a year old, so.
Shout out to my moderators. I see y'all down there. Montre the Goat. I see your ass, nigga. I see your ass down there, Montre the Goat. What's happening with it? Paid up, beautiful Lisa, my big sister. What's happening with everybody? Chat line. What's happening with it? It's the Kickback Network. Your boy Cuddy J. I got my home girl right here, Catherine Cat Right. Straight out that boot. Straight out that swamp, cuz. You know what I'm
I
talking
had
about?
that
Yeah,
NOLA.
no.
New Orleans, baby.
Waters
I got
run
that
deep
NOLA in
right
you.
here.
hmm
So
There's
you
no
been
place
you
like NOLA. There's no place like NOLA.
so you left, you came to Dallas. You was you went back to Louisiana. You go to Baton Rouge or some shit like that, or you go to
I was
Shreveport.
in Shreveport. I was in your city. I was in Shreveport for a while.
Okay.
Um, this story's long, so we're gonna have lots of podcasts to catch up on this because there's quite a bit.
My line go 2 3 hours anyway. So you can keep run that shit, girl. Run that shit.
So yeah. So I was in a very, very terrible. So my whole life growing up, my mom was a police officer in New Orleans. I'm pretty sure she was crooked as shit. She's very psychotic. She's batshit crazy. I mean, she's off the wall. She invented the book on narcissism. Okay, that's what I grew up with. And there's a whole chunk of my childhood I just don't remember. The trauma of them being my dad was a homicide detective, so we had two parents that were never home. There was, five of us. It was chaos. It was trauma. It was constant. So there's a lot of my childhood I just don't remember. And the parts that I do remember are kind of all the fun, good times on Bourbon Street when I worked down there, and just like growing up on the street, with the parades and marching in the parades. But there's just so much to the story that it's like it builds up into this whole aspect of like I ended up getting into the very first narcissistic relationship I've ever been in, ever. And it's different when you grow up with a parent that is one versus you being in love with one that is one. And oh my God, the impact of it was just it was deafening. I mean, it was something I had been through a lot of trauma and pain, but this was something completely different. Bruises heal, scars heal, but these mental wounds, these emotional wounds, that sense
Yeah.
of betrayal, I mean, that goes deep. And when you already have a whole history of betrayal from the start of your own parents, who by the way were cops and were supposed to protect and serve, right? Well, they covered up a huge thing in our childhood, and it created a lot of drama within our family and a lot of tension to where I became the black sheep, I became the scapegoat, I became the beat up tool. I mean, I was taking ass beatings daily by my siblings. I mean, my parents never gave a shit about what we did. We were running the streets in New Orleans on the streetcar. I mean, there was stuff that we should not have been doing at our age, and it's chaos. So this guy get into a relationship with him for the first time in my life, I was able to build something for me. And out of my own money, it was something that nobody could take from me, or at least I thought. So I guess, we from Louisiana, so we don't have common law. Well, Texas, great old Texas,
Yeah.
they have common law. So this guy basically, his mental games for years were just, it was torturous. I'm not going to get into that, and we can always have people ask questions, and I can dive deeper. But there's just so much to the story, so I'm just going to kind of give the Cliff Note versions, and then we can
Yeah,
kind
yeah, you do it. Do it how you
of
want to do it. You can paraphrase it. You don't
yeah.
got to give full detail of what you're giving us. I mean, to be honest, I think I met you. You had to be around what, about 23,
Yeah, because
21,
I
22.
moved here. I moved here in 2006, like 4 months after after Katrina. Yeah, in like January of 2006, because Katrina was just too much.
Okay.
It was woo, boy.
Yeah, I had to be probably already what? I think I probably was already about 30, 31, 30 with 29, some shit like that. 28, 29,
Yeah,
somewhere up in there. But yeah, yeah, when I had met you though, man, and we had some good times. Yeah, you was in the. I knew you was in the dark stage then,
yeah,
but you was just
Katrina, man.
we
So
but
I
we
mean,
was just drowned it with fun.
Well, yeah, and you gotta think. So I worked on Bourbon Street. So me and my fiance at the time, we were making a lot of money for our age.
Let
I
me go
mean,
get my glasses right quick.
all right. You want me to keep talking?
Yeah, keep talking, keep running.
So, oh, absolutely, Lisa. Of course, there's a lot to it. So buckle up. What was that?
Go ahead,
Trying to remember where I was at.
go
Oh, you
ahead. You good?
cutting out. Okay,
You
so
said my mic.
getting ran
Can
through
you
is
hear me
not
now?
considered running the streets. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Is that what you thought? Oh, that's cute. Anyways, so fools, nothing but fools. So 14 years old is when I started to move out and live on my own because I knew with the chaos and the trauma of our family, like there was just no hope for me if I stayed. So
Hmm.
I went to one of my best friend's dads because he saw me like all my sporting things, and he came up to me and he's like, you never have family here supporting you. You never have this, all this stuff. And I go, he's like, do you need like somewhere to go sometimes? And I go, yeah, probably. My mom had us living in storage units. She had us moving from one place to the other, to, like, mess with my dad and dodge this and dodge that, and going after my dad for child support. And it was just constantly some kind of chaos with her. So I just left and I went to my best friend's dad and he helped me. He put me in with his mom and I helped her with her groceries and cleaning her house. And like, that's how I got through high school playing sports and getting a scholarship. And that was like my only way to get out of the streets of New Orleans and not be the typical statistics. You know what I mean? So I got a scholarship for wrestling. My first year of college, I got hurt and I was so broken because I was just so done with like busting my ass so much when I should have just been a kid, and so I just once I got hurt, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna start working and just build my life. Like there's no point in going to school, that's kind of how I felt. And anything I've ever learned in life, I've always self-taught myself where I found mentors that knew better than what I was raised in or what my parents knew, or basically just didn't give a shit to teach us. By the time I was 18, I realized my mother had used all of our social security numbers. So all of us kind of had bad credit. I mean, she had
Hey,
benefits in her name. I mean,
that's some hood shit right there, y'all. Y'all know that's some hood shit right there. You know in the hood. If the mama you put the kid phone in the kid's name, the electric bill in the daughter's name.
oh yeah, boy, I'm telling you what, I went to go file my taxes one year and they were like, oh, you collected unemployment this year. And I said, the fuck I did. And they were like, no, you didn't. Excuse me, hold up. And then I said, oh, I know who to call. So I called. I said, really? She goes, well, I had to get money somehow. I'm like, man, I'm like, you're so used to this and getting away with it that it's nothing. It's like nothing to you. I mean, crazy, crazy shit. So that's how we grew up, and so when I escaped New Orleans in a sense of like moving to Mandeville and then Mandeville to kind of the cusp of Slidell area. When Katrina came, I was living in Victoria, Mississippi. So that place was
Mm.
demolished. I mean, we had 250 homes in our neighborhood and there was one standing and that was it. I mean, it was chaos. So I went back, I tried to rebuild. It was a madhouse. And so I ended up moving to Dallas, stayed in Dallas for a while. That's how I met Derek. Because me, you and Derek worked together. And then which by the way, do you know Amanda, his wife?
You know what, man? I think I met her one time. I don't know.
She's
Don't make me lie.
amazing.
The last time I talked to
She's
DC,
amazing.
I think you did the. I think you told me that shit before though. You told me that shit before the last time I talked to you. You had bigged her up. You said, "Yeah, Derek, the woman that Derek with is amazing." You said you had bigged her up then. That's why I knew you always been solid. You kept it real. No matter what the situation is, you you ain't like no normal chick. A normal chick would have been like, "Oh, that bitch ain't about this." She did that to other.
Well, I mean,
You
at
kept the
first we
100.
kind of
You
stepped
said
on
that's
each other's toes. I mean, at first we kind of,
I
there was like,
remember.
yeah, there's a little bit of it where we were stepping on each other's toes, and I kind of felt, like this is my. But I had to learn that it was like me and Derek were just always friends, and we were great as friends, and we just had a drunken mistake, and it was like not saying my baby was a mistake. Let me backtrack, but it was just one of those things, and we tried, and it just didn't work out. But Amanda, I mean, she's amazing. She stepped in when I couldn't be there, when I was going through a lot of things, and she's been there ever since. And I can never ever say anything bad about those two ever in my life. I mean, they have done so much for me, and they're like
Right.
some of the best people on the earth.
Righteous, right there, righteous, righteous. But yeah, we used to be partying like a motherfucker every night. We used to go out.
Boy, I
and
miss them
drinks.
days. Sherlock shut down, didn't
Everybody,
it?
yeah, they shut Sherlock down. What 2022? It ain't.
Wow.
I mean, but they got so many. They have so many other bars around here now, and other cool hangout spots. Shit, man, we cool with how it is. Like, we love the new Addison. To be honest with you, I've been here. I seen this motherfucker grow. It's way different than it used to be. It's high rises everywhere. It's more residential than corporation and business. Like at first it was just restaurants and bars and corporations. And you had your apartments around here. But shit, there's a million apartments around this bitch now,
That's crazy. I
everywhere.
love my country life. I love being in the country.
What it do? 85 cut down, custom made tip top, sitting on my tippy toes, making fees bop. I'd rather wear shell toes, fuck Reeboks. Got a flip for yak, now I'm headed to the weed spot. My boy 85 cut, I see you, boy. That's my boy Cut. He from Jamaica. He's Jamaican. He
What's
in, he
up,
in
Cut?
Florida. Every time you come in, I always hit my little rhyme.
That's great. So how's your
Uh,
Brooklyn? Man, Brooklyn's going what, college now?
yeah, she about to graduate from UTD. In the account, she getting a degree in accounting,
Oh,
and
nice.
she's gonna be 20 when she's gonna be 20. She turns 20 next month, and she gets a degree in accounting. She's going to get a master's. After that, by the time she's 22, she'll have a master's in accounting.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very, yeah,
so
my
she's
sister
gonna.
does accounting. It is a very good field. It's one of the ones that'll always be needed until AI takes over, but it's a good field.
Then I got two other young. I got Iana.
Yep,
She's
yeah.
about to be 15, and then I got my 10-year-old Ryder.
Yeah, I remember
My
I
little man.
remember Ryder. How's
Yeah,
Latif?
everybody. Huh?
How's Latif? I
He's
haven't
10.
huh?
He's 10.
No, how's Latif?
Oh, doing. She's running the bar downtown. What that shit called? Hardwood's Tavern, right there on downtown on Hardwood and what that shit is. Main Street, some shit like that. I guess in the main of Lamar,
Oh,
one of
okay.
them streets. But yeah, she
Still in the
downtown.
business.
She run that bar downtown.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it be going down. Yeah, you go down there, and all the kids' mothers are good. I got some. I made some kids by some wonderful women. And I'm blessed to have them women in my pocket, in my corner anyway. Because if it was any other bitch, my bad, or any other chick, tell them what type of world we're in, I'll be in. You hear me?
Yeah, no, I hear you on that one. I mean, Ava's dad wasn't all that he cracked up to be, but he did do me right by signing her rights over when I asked him to, and he understood the assignment and he took it. So passed it
Yeah.
with flying colors.
Let's run the lights up, guys. Let's run the lights up.
Yeah, he passed away
Hit
in
the light button for
2020.
the guests. Hit the lights for the guests. Also, feel free to donate to the super chat or send some gifts. At the end of the day, it all accumulates to some dollars. What's that right there? What it do, Zoe Mason? What it do, Zoe Mason? The chat line. I gotta let me see what's going on in the chat line right quick. What they been talking about in the chat line? Make sure I ain't miss nobody.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said hi to 85 Cuddy.
we got Dark Guys. We had a couple trolls was in here earlier. I see
I
earlier
saw
somebody
that
said,
too.
Yo, Kevin Durant. Where
Oh,
my
if we
boy
keep
go?
telling my story, we're gonna have lots of them come up in here from Shreveport.
You got Chastity Cohen. You got what do do, my boy Cohen? Yeah, what's happening? You keep running your story though. I'm gonna find this blunt up and just listen.
I don't remember where I was at. Oh,
Yeah, okay. So you met Derek Chris,
yeah.
and you met DC.
So we never got married. I've never been married. Derek and Amanda got married, and they've been together ever since. And they've got two beautiful little babies. Outside of Alden and I. Not me being the baby, but yeah, outside of Alden. So, and then Ava has a half sister who is her dad's oldest daughter that we got in touch with because in 2020 he passed away, and she found the paperwork from when I took his rights away, and contacted me on Facebook. And I knew one day, God, I just knew it one day that I was going to get that message because just with his lifestyle and the way that he was involved in certain things that I will never talk about. Um, he was a great man to me, and I was his safe haven, but, like, his lifestyle was just not anything I wanted a part of, at that time of my life, and so he signed his rights over, so she finds that paperwork and finds us on Facebook and does a side by side picture of her and Ava at the same age at that time, and, I mean, they looked exactly alike, and she goes, "I knew I always had a sister," and at first, I'm like, "What the f," in my head, I'm thinking, "What the fuck?" And so I knew he had a daughter, but I didn't know, like, what age she was, I didn't know where she was at, um, and she's like, "Yeah, my dad's Robert," goes into the whole thing, and she's like, "He passed away," and I just dropped, and I was just like, because 3 nights before that, like, I had a bad feeling, and I'm just and you know me and my feelings, and you know me and calling shit, it always turns out right. Cuddy, come on. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm in my workshop, and I'm watching, Pluto TV, 48 Hours channel, just letting that bitch run, and, I hear, "Next on 48 Hours, Robert G," and his last name, and "Was he involved in the murder cover up?" And I'm like, "What the f," and I put my head around, and it's her dad on 48 Hours. And I'm like, "Hmm, okay. Alright, well, let me rewind this." So I go find the episode, rewind it, and there's only like a 5-minute clip of him towards the end, but it wrapped up so much that made so much sense to me because there was so much going on at that time, and we'll get into that further down the road, but, like, this man protected me, and he did the right thing by me and his daughter, and that was kinda one of the first times besides Derek that was a man that ever did anything right for me. And with the last lifestyle that he was wrapped up in, it was really hard for me to understand at the time. I was really pissed. I was angry. Um, but then to realize it years later, it was like, wow, like he did that for a reason, like there was a good reason behind that. And me and my daughter had a great life and future because of it. And it was a very selfless move, but then I felt very selfish too, and for not considering him in a sense. But I always sent him baby pictures. I always sent him pictures of her. I let him see her like 3 times at her daycare before she got to a point where she could start remembering. And then I was like,
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna do that to her, And but there was just that day and in my workshop, I just knew it. I was like, he's gone. And I don't know why I thought that. And then 3 days later, I get that message from her. And I just sat there for like a day and was just like, wow, like I knew it would happen, but it was one of those things where you didn't want it to happen. And he's probably one of the men that I will always love because I truly, after Derek, like being Derek, I love Derek for being
But
but I don't think
your
I ever loved
homeboy.
him.
Y'all was more like homeboy than homegirl. I mean, 'cause like you gotta understand, like I know how y'all met. I know how the relationship started because we was all hanging out and everybody was like, it kind of like know, I think everybody had their eye on somebody, but you and Derek, our shit just came upon. I remember Derek used to always be with me and Stan, and we used to always then to get kicked out of bars and shit because Derek about to
Oh,
get into a fight with somebody or he
I'd be
about to
always
fight
picking up Derek
somebody.
somewhere from somewhere. You better come get him. I'm like, all right, I'll be on my way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just crazy, boy. I mean, like it got to a point where we knew we was gonna get in trouble when we went to we had Derek with us, we had DC with us. Like we went to about five. We went about 20 deep to we took the twins out. I think it was their birthday. The remember twins?
Yeah.
We was deep one night. We got turned down. We went to about 7 different strip clubs. We got turned down by 7 different strip clubs because the clothes we had on. We half of us had on Sheraton leaders. We got on jerseys and hats. We was way back in 2007, 2008, 2009. Way back in them days. So like, yeah. So yeah, it's crazy how I remember them days right there
Hey,
though. But I know how y'all
you
met.
remember you say
It
that?
was
Remember when we went to that club that turned over to be like 20 different clubs in 1 year? And I did the boxing.
yeah.
Louisiana.
Hey, hey, hey. The funny thing you said that bitch had me about 25 different names.
It did, boy. In 1 year. I was like,
it was
what's
called
gonna be
it was
next
it,
week?
it was called it was called Addison City Limits. It had the boxing ring. That motherfucker. You had us all down that motherfucker.
Boy, you remember
We was down that bitch
we
every
almost
night.
started a riot in that motherfucker.
What it do, Leo? I see you there, homie.
What's up, Leo?
49 bang bang down the game.
Yeah, we almost started. Remember you had that belt buckle and it was a Louisiana belt buckle? And that girl, she tried to get me disqualified because she hit me in the back of the head, remember? And then she got disqualified, and everyone's like, Texas. And you were like, Louisiana. And you pull your belt buckle off, and you're like,
Oh yeah, the belt, but the Louisiana belt book I had. You remember that shit?
and I'm in my sports bra. I'm in my sports bra and my little booty shorts, and I'm like, in my
Hey,
boxing things on, and everyone's like grabbing my stuff. They're grabbing you. They're grabbing me. You're like, Louisiana.
hey, remember Brandy got her ass in the ring?
Oh no! I wish I had a meme of that. Oh my god! I wish I had a meme of that. That'd be great.
Oh shit, that shit was funny as motherfucker. I remember that shit right there, man. That shit had me real. Everybody got it, but that night right there, when we were about to fight the whole bar that night. Me, Latish, you, Stan, Drake. It was a couple. We had George, Brandon, my homeboy
Even
Brandon was
Allen, even
that
little
bitch.
gay Allen was willing to fight. Little white boy gay
Yeah,
Allen.
oh yeah, we would all up in that bitch.
You
We
had
was
all the
deep in that
TGI
motherfucker that
Fridays
night.
in there. I think you had like some of Bennigan's in there. I think it was Bennigan's at the time. I don't remember. But yeah,
It was just.
man, it was
I
it was
remember them
nice.
days.
That was fun. That was some
It was
fun, man.
crazy.
I
Them
think about
nights
that
in
night all the
Addison, man.
time. All the
I
time.
had some crazy nights in. Hey, I had some crazy nights on Beltline. Beltline brought. It's a lot of shit. You know what? I produced two kids from the just because of Beltline. It's two women I met out Beltline that became my kid's mother. Yeah, being on Beltline, made me a father to two women.
Oh yeah, it was scary when I got pregnant with Ava because I was just so used to being like a 50-50 mom, and like me and Derek were kind of switching, 1 week on, 1 week off, and then I'm like, what do I do with a second baby? And then I go, it better not be a girl. I can't deal with a girl. And then it was a girl. I was like, thank
I didn't even care, man. But back then, I didn't care what it was. Brooklyn was already born when we was outside having fun and shit. Brooklyn was probably
mm-hmm.
about the age of, she was probably about 1 or 2. I was
Yeah.
still outside. I was still going to the studio doing shows.
Yeah,
Recording
I
my
was gonna
albums
run
and
that
shit.
hook on your thing when I was pregnant with Alden, remember?
Yeah, remember, yeah, all that shit, man. We had that, and then it got real serious though around by 2009 and 10 though with the music and shit though, because we had collaborated and connected with some guys I met. Me, Drake, and Chuck, all us, we had connected with some other dudes to broaden out our sound and the click. And the music got better and shit, and that's when I finished my album, Louisiana,
I remember
on all
that.
platforms. I started my second album, Damn It's Good, the story, when I came home 2012. But I stopped recording. I was like 7 songs into that bitch. It's on SoundCloud. I stopped recording, halfway through it, because Allie was pregnant with Ryder, and I decided to just stay in the house and help her out. She was getting big, stomach all out here
Yeah.
and shit. So I stopped doing music and shit. Started, watching YouTube. And I got addicted to podcasts, and I always had the mind to be a podcaster, shit like Breakfast Club. After I thought I didn't want to rap no more, and I ended up being a part of the Ian Gleason show, Our Radio. And next thing you know, boom, I got my own YouTube channel. A year later, I've been doing this shit since 2017.
Nice.
Finally,
Yeah.
finally got monetized through YouTube now.
Yeah, I was thinking
Finally,
about doing it, and then to tell my story, but it was like it just never felt right. Never feels like a good time. And then after losing Adam, it was just like a whole different ball game for me with the abuse I had been through and the manipulation and Ava hearing what he had did to her and just kind of putting her in therapy and her and I both on this healing journey together because he was very smart about it. He didn't do anything in front of Alden because he knew Alden was old enough to testify and he knew Derek would not put up with that shit. And he knew I had backup over there. Me and Ava, it was just me and Ava and Mitch, which is we'll get into him later. But he knew she didn't have a dad to come, take up for me. And so and I will say this to the day I die, if Derek and Amanda were not here for me, like, I mean, they stepped up huge. I mean, they did a lot of the brunt work for me for a lot of years during all this, you know what I mean? And afterwards with the divorce and just they did a lot. And I could never say anything bad or awful about them ever in my life, because they're just great people. But
it was
yeah,
up. Respect.
And so this is the first time I was in love with a narcissist, and your reality is completely warped, and it got to a point where he had isolated me so terribly that I got up to 280 pounds, and that's the biggest I'd ever been in my life. Like, I'm not that kind of stature, like. And it was bad. It was tough on my body. I had gotten a lot of
Yeah,
health
I ain't never
problems.
known when you can have no. I ain't never known you always been a small frame lady. Hold up now. I ain't never known you ever get. You always look like a baseball player and shit.
I was already ready for something.
Like
I was
you ran
always
track,
ready for
like you
something.
ran track and played, like you played volleyball or some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You remember when all the girls would be in heels and I'd be in there in flip flops or shoes? And they'd be like, "Oh, I wish I wore those." I'm like, "Wear them. Get some." Like, because I was always ready for something.
Yeah, you was always ready to brawl. You and my homegirl Candace Holland, my,
Yeah,
my
me and
little
Candace,
sis.
man, we were wild. I think there was one night where we both got buck wild on somebody. It was.
Man, every time, hey, we was in Sherlock's one night. Y'all was in Sherlock's with me one night. We got kicked out that bitch. Fucking with y'all. Candace threw beard in one of the bitches'
And
face.
I was working there and they kicked me out, but I was able to go to my shift the next
Yeah.
day though.
And guess what? The tripped out part about it, me and Candace we was on our way to the studio for me to go record some, cause I had to go record some songs that night. And we just stopped by Sherlock just to have a drink,
And I think I just got off of
let
work.
time pass by. And boom, we were about to leave anyway, but Candace, she just felt like she just wanted to do something bad.
You could tell she was on that vibe that night, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we
Yeah.
go."
She was always like that though. Candace was like that. She changed now though. Candace, she did a whole 180. Candace, because she was going. That's the beginning of her. When she started going down that hole, of
Yeah,
destruction. She got with Matt Z. They both good now. They both can change their life. They doing good. They
that's
clean.
awesome.
But
That's
I remember
awesome.
Candace, man. She thought like I used to go out and be with Candace, and back then I was on X pills a lot. So I was always in a good mood. I didn't care what was going on. But it's just like, and when shit happened, that's when you realize, oh fuck. But you knew Candace was gonna get in some book. Candace used to always get in some shit just because, like, she just was bitter for no reason.
She was the one to be first to jump, and I'd be the one like, "Hold on, let's watch. Give it a second. Now jump." Every time, like, hold up, Pitbull, come here, watch for a second, wait.
so, so as your life was going on, and you going through all you say you still have trauma, and the scars are healed, but mentally you still go like it's hard to shake the mental and
Yeah,
all those things.
yeah, because I still just recently got out of it because after the first one, I was so broken. Like, I mean, I was broken, and I was in a small town, and they were very unforgiving, very gossipy. My ex basically got my church turned against me. I mean, I had changed my life in a lot of good ways, and it was the first time in my life where I was working towards something that was me and my money and everything that gave me that power of, like, not it was me and his or me and him, or it was mine. And this and it tore me apart when he ripped everything away from me because it was like the end of, like, this, that was my chance at a future. Like, I don't have that chance because I had worked for that chance since 14. Like, what the fuck? Like, this. You came from a rich family. What the fuck? Like, what are you doing to me? And it was very heartbreaking and mind fucking because for a whole year before we broke up, he had been planning the entire thing, hiding money, maxing out my credit cards, taking the business money, selling off business stuff, signing over things into his name and having his friend notarize because he was a notary. I mean, so by the time that I got to court, he was a year ahead of me on shit. And I was blindsided. And I could serve with a divorce. I go, we weren't married. They go, it's Texas. I go, and common law. I said, what the fuck? Didn't even know about it. So I went through a
Yep,
divorce. Like,
didn't even know it.
didn't even know it. Never been married.
You know
Story of my
what?
life, though. Never been married, but go through a divorce. That could only happen to me.
Hey, that's fucked up, man.
Could you at least give me a
I,
good dress in the fucking party? I mean, come on now.
like he got drafted by a team and got cut. Did he get drafted? I don't remember getting drafted. How they cut me?
Yeah. And so, I mean, I was broken. And so I was dating some guys, and I dated a bandito in Shreveport for a little while. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. I mean, he was a little bit of an asshole, but he was cool. But then I
Now
met this
pause.
cop.
No, that's what pause. That's when I remember you. That's when you. That's during the pandemic. Cause I used to go to Shreveport. I used to be in Shreveport every other week.
Yes.
And I
And
used
we
to
were
go
trying
to
to meet
what's that
up. We were
little
gonna go to the casino.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought I would go to. I used to go see staying in Margaritaville. I used to go to Horseshoes. I used to stay at the Horseshoes sometimes.
Yeah.
And even at the what's the next one? The next one next to the Horseshoe. But anyway, uh, what's that one spot down there off your drive? The restaurant I supposed to meet you at.
It's a seafood
Drew Bre-
restaurant?
is it Drew Brees' spot?
Oh, I don't remember the name of it though. Yeah, because we were supposed to meet there.
Uh,
Not stadium. It was shit. I don't remember.
it's something about sports.
It wasn't state. No, it wasn't stadium. You know he owns a
Nah, it's
place in
called.
Shreveport.
It's on your drive. But I used to always go. It's not knockouts. It's
It's not
called
there
something
anymore,
else.
is it?
I think it's still there. They still got it. It's owned by Drew Brees. It's his restaurant.
Nice.
But anyway, though, yeah. But that's when I know you was in Shreveport and you was fucking with the Bandito, whatever. Yeah.
You know
And
me,
I
flavor
told
of the
Stan,
week. No, just play.
I told Stan, I said, "What the hell, cat doing in Shreveport?" He said, "She hollered at me the other day." He said, "You were trying to get in touch with him about something." And
Yeah,
told him that you work
Stan's like, what you
somewhere.
doing, Catherine? What you doing?
Yeah, you know your ass what to do. Your ass in Shreveport. What the fuck you got going on in Shreveport?
When I went there, I was like, Cuddy would be so proud of me. But yeah, I worked at that Texas Roadhouse in Bossier, at that Texas Roadhouse for like a
oh,
long time.
oh yeah, right on. Okay,
Because I transferred
I
from
think
when
he
I
said
moved
you
back
were
to East
working.
Texas, I transferred from Bossier to Longview, and I was working the Longview Roadhouse for a while.
Okay, I didn't even know they had one in
Yeah,
Longview. That's like going to. It's like still being in Shreveport, kind
pretty
of,
much.
but you in Texas.
I mean, a lot of Louisiana people do come to Longview, so because it's just right there.
Yep, I know. 'Cause especially if you live like on the west side of Shreveport, like in
Greenwood's
Greenwood
real
and
close. Yeah,
Pines Road and all that down that way. Yeah, you might go to Long Beach just to get out of Louisiana anyway.
yeah. Because I was
Hell
going to that
yeah,
technical
man.
college in Marshall for a while, and it's like right there. Because I'd go to Greenwood and then go off to Shreveport to submit the second man I'm about to get into. But um, so me and the bandito, we parted ways. You know, it was best that way. And I was so stupid. Big part of me was like, I'm gonna try this one more time, and I knew I shouldn't have. So get on Facebook dating, and I meet this one guy, and ugh, my mama and daddy always said, don't ever date a cop, or don't even date a cop, or a brother of a cop, or anything of a cop. And I'm like, well, y'all are cops. Why are you telling me that? But my daddy always said they're liars, cheaters, and beaters. And I said, well, which one are you? And he goes, I'm still trying to decide. So there's a lot of red flags there to begin with, and a lot of warnings. Well, he wasn't even really a cop. He just worked at the corrections facility, but he made himself seem like he was a cop because he needed that affirmation and that power and that like sense of authority because well, he's just an
Mm-hmm.
insecure prick. And this man is the one that I had the baby by that I lost. And then he, for the last year, has been withholding his ashes, everything of this baby, all my business stuff that I had left, like anything I had left from the divorce. And I've been trying for 3 years to get my stuff and for a year to get my baby's ashes. And he just wants to play game after game. So that's why I got back on Facebook and I started calling him out. And I'm like, I mean, I'm to the point where I'm just going to sue him because you can't replace that. You know me, I will walk away and give that man. I always gave the man everything, right? Derek had, I mean, I gave Derek the majority of everything. The last, I mean, everybody, I just walked away and started over every single time. You cannot
True
replace
story.
baby ashes. You cannot replace that. You know what I mean? Like you just can't. And he didn't even show up at all. And I didn't see him from the time that I got pregnant. I didn't see him until 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago. I got pregnant in June of 2024. So
Damn, last year? Hold on, 2 years ago, my bad.
yeah. So October.
Damn, right, you still, I keep forgetting though, you young though, you still can drop them. You still fertile.
No, I
You
know.
still in your 30s. Have you touched 40 yet? I don't know. You want,
I'll be 42 this year.
okay, all right. Right on.
No Botox.
Check your quack quack. The 40 gang in this bitch.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you can't replace it. And it's like I spent my whole life allowing people to just take everything from me, walk all over me. I walk away. They create whatever story they want to about me, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm what they say. But for some reason, 6 months before this all started to go down on social media a week ago, there was something he did and said, and he just kept going at me and going at me, and I broke. And I sent a voice note, basically having a panic attack. And I said, please stop. I can't do this anymore. Like I've reached my point. And you know me, I don't get there easily at all. And I was on my knees out here on the back porch crying, just into a voice note, please stop, just please, I can't take it anymore. And he just kept going and kept going. So I, the next day I woke up and I'm like, I can't do this. Like I'm done. Like I'm done. So I ramped up my therapy some more, added more days, went and got my, some extra medicines because I just felt like there was just something just wasn't right. And I was basically having, a nervous breakdown. I reached a point where, 40 years of everything just hit me like a freight train, and losing the baby, going back to work. I mean, I got out of the hospital. I went back to work the next day and was working 80 to 100 hours a week right after losing that baby. And he was telling people that he was taking care of me and giving me money. And yeah, he was helping out from time to time, but ugh. I'm trying, I'm trying to choose my words carefully, and I'm trying to not cry. So, but
One thing I do know about you, you always know how to go out there and get it though. You've always been a hustler. I'm talking about you ain't never been sloppy or never been a slacker when it comes to getting a dollar.
mm-mm. And I'm working 80 hours a week after losing my baby, and it was easier for me to just escape it all because it was like when I was at work, I didn't have anything in my face. I didn't have him beating me down. I didn't have, him making me feel like a failure for it. I didn't have, the guilt of me losing the baby. I didn't have the guilt of me wanting to die to save the baby, but then I had two other kids. It was just all like this tornado. But when I was at work, all I had to think about was work. And I just dove into it hardcore, and it caught up with me. I mean, it caught up with me. And so that night I just broke, and I got off social media in February of last year, and I just took a year to myself, and I just took so much time. And then this last 6 months ago, when he did and said something, the next day after that, I was just like, he's a fucking narcissist. I go, the shit that he has done is very similar to what David did, very similar to what my mom did. Calling the cops, doing this, torturing you, mentally fucking with you, keeping your things. I mean, it was always something with him. It was always misery with him. He could never be happy. It was always negative. It was just fucking a beat down every day. And this man would never see me. He'd be in Longview tagging himself on Facebook, and I'd be like, "Hey, I thought you were gonna call me. We're gonna go to dinner. I'm here now." I was like, "Oh, okay." And it was always just shit like that, just mean shit. And I was so broken that I just let him do it to me, and I just was like, "Okay." But then when I woke up that day and I just saw his behavior being so similar to two other people, and I'm like, "This will not happen to me again." So I sat back and I watched his Facebook, and well, now he's running for constable. And so when he went to go announce he's running, that's when he popped up at my house because he knows I have 4 years of screenshots and 4 years of his bullshit, and that he's been keeping my son and playing games with me. And he knows I'm a loudmouth, and he didn't want that shit out. But what he did was light my fucking fire, is what he did. Because I was just gonna shut the fuck up. I was gonna stay off social media. I was just gonna get something on my babies, get my stuff, and disappear. Live my peaceful little country life. But nope. He had to keep pushing and talking shit and pushing and calling me this and telling me I'm a fucking crackhead. He told all of Louisiana that he needed sympathy because he lost his baby because of his crackhead mommy. Hmm. So it was just like, who the fuck do you think you are? And so I got done with it. So I sat back and I watched his ass. I listened to what he said. I let him think I was broken and I wasn't getting help. And I would tell him, like, I would literally tell this man, I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. I go, you never call me. You never ask questions. I go, we always talk about you. I go, so what do you know about my life? And he swore up and down, you need help. You need help. You're schizophrenic. You're bipolar. You need help. You need help. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm thinking, I'm over here getting help. You don't pay attention to me. So what the fuck are you talking about? So I let him think it. I said, fine, you know what? I'm just going to prove that you are what you are. And whether I prove it to you or whatever, or to myself, at least I'm getting that satisfaction. Not even knowing that it was going to come in great, great handy for me, come in very handy for me because
Mm.
I, A lot of his racist shit I've screenshotted. I've got him saying that word constantly. So you want to go put this man in a position of power, but he's called the police on me in a different state numerous times because he was mad that I was talking shit on social media about him. Well, first off, I wasn't
Yeah.
talking shit. I was saying very factual facts that, well, that's not slander because I'm in school for paralegal and this is Texas. So different laws than Louisiana. And so he didn't realize and pay attention to me that he didn't think I was finishing school. He didn't think I was getting help. He didn't think anything of what I was actually doing. And so I let him think it. And I just screenshotted his bullshit. And the whole time he's flirting with girls and all this other stuff. Well, I'm in school for cybersecurity too. And I have a really good friend who loves to play with people's accounts. And he was able to get into his email.
Y'all
Yeah.
female boy.
Oh
You female,
boy.
y'all female. Can't count y'all out on doing Instagram.
Here's the
Man,
thing.
hey, back in the day, they used to put sugar in your tank. Now they fuck up your goddamn social media account.
Because listen here. Here's what it here because what happened was that, you know, he's like, "You don't know my pull in this town. I run this town. I'm gonna have you arrested. You're gonna be eating bologna sandwiches, you bitch." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, okay." So I don't live here anymore. So I'm at my new house getting it together. And Mitch calls me and he's like, Wood County Sheriff was just here. And I said, "Oh, let me guess. Did they say Mark Hewitt should get arrested?" And he gets like, "How'd you know that?" And I go, "Let me," and I said the whole, what I do. I called it out. And Mitch goes, "Damn, you said that like pretty much down to a T." And I go, "What do you think he's doing, Mitch?" And he goes, "Another David and your mom?" I go, "Yep." And he goes, "All right, just stay at your house." He's like, "We'll take care of it." So Wood County's calling me. "Where are you at? You're going to go to jail if you don't stop." I said, "Sir, I'm going to stop you right there." I go, "First off," and I hit the record button. This call's being recorded. Why are you recording this?" "Well, why are you against it?" Because honestly, I don't even have to tell you I'm recording it because I can get my laptop and not tell you. I said, "Would you rather me not tell you?" I said, "Because I'm going to do the courtesy of letting you know I am." So now, what were you saying? "Well, what's the situation?" I go, "Oh, that's better." I said, "Don't just call somebody and threaten them and not know the situation." I go, "Because Wood County,
Yeah.
y'all are crooked as fuck." And I go, "I don't think you really want me breathing down your neck." I go, "Because," and I went into the whole situation. And this guy goes, he hung up on me. Fucking hung up on me. I said, "Okay."
Hey, that's great. Hey, you changed that nigga mind. He
So I
tried to
texted
come
him.
in.
He called me from his personal number. So I texted him. I said, "Sir, I'm going to need your first name, last name, badge number, supervisor's office, supervisor's name and phone number, and your email. What do you need that for? So my lawyer could find out if this is a verified call and who did it and that this is actually legit." "Well, I told you I'm a Wood County Sheriff." I go, "Yeah, but
Boy,
I can call you and tell you I'm Joe Blow." They hung up
very,
on me
very,
again.
very smart of you. Very smart of you. Very smart of you.
They hung up on
Nice.
me again.
Way to get his ass.
Oh, it gets better. So
Yeah.
right as I'm hanging up at Wood County, Caddo Parish is calling me. Okay. This is Catherine Wright. I said, "First off, don't come at me with that aggression." "Excuse me?" I said, "Yeah, you hear your attitude and your voice. Don't come at me like that." "Well, you just got a smart mouth, don't you?" I said, "I sure do." I said, "Hold on a second."
In this Shreveport calling you,
Caddo
right?
Parish.
Yeah, Cattle
Uh-huh.
Bad, that's Shreveport, yeah.
So I said, "Hold on a second," and I hit the record button. "Oh, you think you smart?" I said, "No, I know I'm smart." I go, "But that's the problem." I said, "Let me hear your version of the story. What are you calling me for?" "I'm just giving you a courtesy call." I said, "Oh, from Mark Hewitt? Are you giving me a courtesy call to kind of semi threaten me, but give me a courtesy call?" I said, "Because why the fuck do I need a courtesy call?" Goes into the whole spiel. I said, "I'm gonna stop you right there." I go, "Would you like my lawyer's name?" I said, "The one in Louisiana or the one in Texas? 'Cause I got both." I said, "Because this motherfucker, I knew he was gonna do something." I go, "So I've been sitting back and preparing." I go, "I got screenshots. I got shit all day to prove that I'm telling the truth and he's lying and using his power or his pull." I go, "But that's okay if y'all want to get involved in this." I go, "No problem." "Well, I'm just giving you a warning as a," I said, "Perfectly fine." So I'm talking over him. He's getting louder. I hung up. Block. Call my lawyer. My lawyer's laughing. And by the way, my lawyer is my sugar daddy. So that's a double whammy for me.
Damn.
So because motherfucker wanted to leave me high and dry. So when that's a whole other story we'll get into later. So that doesn't work for any of them. Well, 2 hours later, another call from Caddo Parish, but the actual phone number from the station, not an actual cell phone number. To like, sure, they're serious. They're really serious here. And I'm just sitting here laughing, like, okay. So answer it. And I said, can I help you with something? I go, because it seems like all these people are calling me, but nobody's willing to give me their name, badge number, or their supervisor to verify that y'all are even real. I go, but I see you're calling me from a Caddo Parish number. I said, but you know what? I'm in school for cybersecurity and I can mock a number all day. I go, so
Yeah.
who is this? And they're, I mean, you could tell they did not want to deal with me after all that. They were just like, all right, fuck this. Well, 2 days later, in those 2 days after that, right? He's emailing me, I don't know why you got to do this. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, bitch. Back up. Because I sent you an email a week before I did anything, begging you for a piece of my son and saying, please, let's not go here. I don't want to do this. And I poured everything out to you. 4 years of shit out in this huge long email. You didn't say a fucking thing. But then the second that I post some real shit on Facebook, oh, now it's me doing this to you. Now it's me doing it to you. I'm so evil and you. Well, that didn't work because I kept on pushing back harder. So guess who shows up at my door again? Wood County Sheriff. Guess who calls me again? Caddo Parish. Guess who shuts us down again? Me. So now we're in the middle of trying to figure out which way we're going to go with this, but odds are we're just going to end up suing him for at least my baby's ashes. I was going to give him the ashes and just take some for a necklace that he gave me, and I just wanted his gown because I put that on him. I took his pictures. I just wanted his gown for my shadow box and my stuff. That's it. You push me here, I'll come for fucking everything now because I can sue him for so much shit here in Texas. He's in Louisiana. Learn Texas, baby. Learn Texas.
So, are you are you gonna stay and stick around in East Texas, or you gonna move around? 'Cause I know you like a nomad sometimes.
I'm gonna go
You might
travel
next
for a
time nigga
while.
talk to your ass. Next time nigga talk to your ass gonna be somewhere like in Montana or some shit.
Where there's a
You
beach,
might
where
end
there's
up
a beach, sand, and a beer.
or somewhere. I'm just saying you gonna be in some place, motherfucker. Where the hell you at? I'm in Wyoming, some shit like
Oh
that.
no. My plan is to finalize all this drama crap, shut it down in my 40s to the time I die. It's gonna be the best time of my life. Because from the time I was born to 40 was horrible and chaos and drama and trauma. Nope. The next 40 years, I'm loving
No,
life. I'm looking good.
and
I'm
as
I'm
you
in
should.
shape. I'm getting my life back on track. I'm in school. My kids are fucking fantastic and they got their whole lives panned out. So I'm gonna go travel with Sugar Daddy for a while and I'm gonna enjoy myself and I'm gonna be free because I never got to be a kid. I never got to be a teenager. I never got to have anything.
And Sugar Daddy living his best life too. Shit, his last 40 years, he said he gonna go out with a bang. He said, "Fuck it." He got a young girl.
And he's not even that old either. He's only 55 and he looks like he's 40.
You know what? That ain't bad, though. You know what? No- I had my little the woman that got my attention more than every other woman. I should say.
Justine, baby, I gotta shrink, sweetheart. I gotta shrink. That's why I'm able to sit here and talk about this
Let me
today
go.
and
Let
not
me go
die.
grab my other drink. Get his ass.
So let me tell you, Justine, I have a shrink. I have a therapist and a psychiatrist, and I've been to a doctor my entire life because I never wanted to wind up like my mother. Okay. There's a certain time and place where you bring up your battles. And this is the time where if I didn't have a shrink or a therapist, I wouldn't be able to talk about it. I would still be hiding from it and running from it. And I'm not going to because it's not fair for these women to keep running and hiding. And not just women, women and men. So I'm not going to say it's one way or the other. It's women and men that get put through hell and financial abuse and they get their whole futures and their lives dragged through the fucking mud because these people are just selfish and evil and they go after you. So somebody has to stand up eventually. And I'm sorry, but narcissistic abuse was nothing 10 years ago. It has gone so noticeable now because people are putting awareness to it. So yeah, I have a shrink and I talk to my therapist, but you know what? At some point you got to put your foot down and stand up for others who are not there yet or who can't get there yet. And if I can just help one woman or one man escape the reality of that bullshit, So without coming out with just like massive problems, I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to say it because I don't think people should abuse their power and threaten to have their mother of their dead son arrested because she's coming for her ashes of her baby or her stuff that is rightfully hers. So, what point do you stand up and say, enough's enough? I'm coming. This is me. And this is who I've always been. But I've let so many people walk all over me that no, there's a point where you stand up and you say, no more. And this is my point. I cannot replace my baby's ashes. I don't care about the business stuff. I can replace that. It's my baby. It's my baby.
And yeah, Justine though, like and like some things you just can't charge to the game, man. Especially when it deal with a kid, you can't really just tell nobody to grieve. I can't tell nobody how to grieve, to grieve or whatever, go through whatever feel about something. Appreciate that donation, man. Appreciate that.
I
Time
appreciate
food,
her coming
time
back
food.
and saying, she understand. I appreciate her coming back and saying I feel
Yeah,
it.
good. Hey, because yeah,
Yeah.
I salute Justin for that too, though, for coming back. Elaborating on what he said though. But everybody, I never tell nobody how to grieve
And
on
I'm
situations.
definitely making better choices because I for sure see the red flags now. I'm not putting up with them anymore. Listen, you throw a red flag at me like it's a fucking hurricane flag,
Appreciate that,
I'm
Sage.
throwing it right back. I'm throwing it right back and telling you bye, block, peace, go. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I will stay single until my daughter's in college is my goal. I'm staying single till she's in college, and then maybe from there. But right now, I'm worried about me. My whole life, I've worried about everybody else. It's where I'm worried about me and still my babies. You know what I mean? But like, and I'm not trying to sound selfish, but the last year that I was so broken and depressed, and I laid in bed, my daughter would come in and cover me up and wipe my tears and get me a box of Kleenex. I don't need her seeing that. She doesn't need to take care of me. And I was so broken and I didn't realize that I had kids. I have other kids I gotta worry about, and it was like to see her take care of me during that and not have her give her a chance to grieve. Me and my kids still need to grieve the rest of it, and it's just like we've been interrupted in that process because of just greed and just selfishness. And it's like, get over yourself. You're a man. It's simple. Do the right thing. It's very simple.
That's word right there though, and it's real though that you say that you don't want to you don't really just want to do anything to your daughter goes to college. I feel this. I think I'm in that same kind of boat too, man. I think especially with my old already about to graduate. Then my middle child she's stepping into high school right now. She's at that point in her life where she needs her dad to give her about these niggas. Then after that, right there, I got my son. He's about to become a teenager, so an adolescent. So I gotta definitely be there for that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta make sure he go the right path. He's the boy. He ain't misguided by these streets and influenced by everything else. I gotta at least be there really hard on him. So I'm trying to set my life up right now where I have enough time to be in everybody's life how I want to, and won't overworking myself. And pretty much. And I know another woman. She's the same way. Her daughter's in high school, and she said she ain't really just trying to focus on nobody else but herself until her daughter, goes to school or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly the way that the how I was raised is very old school Southern. Let me address this just real quick, Justine. I appreciate that, girl, and no problem, boo. I mean, that's why I kind of wanted to just let you know and address it. But Nico, you're telling the world all this. Sounds like you need Jesus, baby. I got Jesus in me, and that's why I'm able to tell my story because I'm God's warrior, and I'm not going to keep letting people stomp on people and take their lives and everything they work for because they're selfish and greedy. Like it's not okay. No. So I do have Jesus in me, and that's why I'm able to speak my story. But thank you for your words. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And also, Irish J Teapot. Condolences to your kids that you lost in 2018. I seen that. I'm peeping everything in the chat line too, as well as I'm listening to my homegirl.
Oh,
You know,
Irish, my heart's with you, baby girl.
yeah, I'm giving a shout out to everybody tapping in. Run the lights up. Appreciate them donations. Whoever threw them donations, I think it was Shay or Sade, somebody like that, or that character had threw me donation. Sage the Kuma. Appreciate that. Whoever, female or male. Much love to the chat line. Keep it running. My bad. Let's run the lights up. Yeah, you reading the chat too?
You got to think I've been off social media for years. So a lot of this, and I didn't do any of this before. I mean, I never really messed with anything other than Facebook.
Well, this YouTube. This is YouTube right here. This is different. These people right here, I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Like some,
sure
I
I'm
got some
sure you're
people.
gonna have a lot of haters come in on me because I'm sure his little clans because they've been stalking my shit all day, and he told me don't block people because you don't know how many people I know. Okay, well you don't know who I know, so all my shit's public. Go look
The,
at it. I'm not hiding it.
hey, this right here, like you got people over here from Brazil, Canada, Europe, Bangladesh, they from everywhere, Australia, Portland, LA, New York, Minnesota. They not nowhere like in Texas and Louisiana. It really like these are people who I've been fucking with. Like my moderators, they not nobody. They not know from
So
where we
that's
were.
the ones that are coming in saying drop a like or whatever. That's the moderators.
Yeah, the
Oh,
blue,
okay,
yeah,
cool,
the
cool.
one with the
Okay,
blue name. Them like Leo, he my homeboy for real in real life. Like that's my homeboy for
okay,
real.
cool.
Lisa like my big sister. I know her too. And then I got my other moderators too who I know them personally. But everybody else, they from like I never met them before. Like I got moderators who I never seen before. They live in Chicago. They live in Boston, Memphis, Atlanta. They live everywhere. But the other people, they trolls, man. Some of them they cool with us. Some of them they gonna end up probably being a moderator. It depends on how cool they become. But I do this every night though. That's why they. I see the same people for the last year. I've been doing this live for a year. I've been doing my live stream for a year. I do this every night. I get paid for doing this shit now, so I gotta do
I
it
need to
every
come out
night.
to Dallas and have one on with you in person.
Yeah, that'll be real cool right there. I still do my pre-recorded show, my podcast. This is not the podcast. This is actually just a live stream. We just running it. It might seem like a podcast to somebody, but this is not the podcast. So it's actually we just running it on the live stream, you know, and giving the audience some entertainment. They get tired of just seeing me sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. No,
So,
I've been talking to a publisher about writing a book, but like I'm got a horrible ADHD. I said, well, can I just like write everything down and y'all just make it make sense? And they're like, that's probably the best way to do it because I'm not gonna be able to write a book. Hell no. But I don't know. It's a lot to
but
do.
hey,
40 years.
I, it's fucked up though, cause I feel like you living in Dallas, you probably would be my honorary co-host because I know your energies. I know me, I know how your energy is, and now you know what I bring.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you was out here in Dallas though, man, you probably be an honorary co-host. You know what I'm saying? Because you somebody that understand how this shit
Well, my
works.
goal is to try to move like closer to the city sometime somewhere, but like not in the city. So I don't know. I'm looking. I'm just got this place here a little while ago, so I'm gonna wait off the lease on this one, and then in the meantime figure out where I want to land my feet permanently, and then build from there. So it's a process, starting over from a divorce and then another person. So it's just like you start to realize all your shit's in one storage unit, and you're like, this is all I have left after that many years of building. Like, whew, never again.
Hey, you know what? One thing I know, you keep it real with yourself. They want y'all motherfuckers in the chat line. Y'all don't know she real deal Holyfield, solid rock. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love her. That's why she over here. That's why she the same was same 20. She younger than me. She's 6 years younger than me. She was 22, 23 years old. I was 29. She was solid then.
I only get more solid as I go. I mean, my best
Yep.
friend told me that's out here. She goes, Catherine, you're too honest. I go, what does that even mean? And she goes, you're too honest. She goes, you got a lot of story to share, and it's going to help a lot of people. She goes, but some people just can't handle it. She goes, and some can't understand how you did. And I go, I had to. I mean, I didn't have a choice. What was I going to do? Like give up and become a crackhead? I was going to wind up on the streets and be homeless? Like no, I didn't. I didn't want to be that. I saw that growing up. Hell no. Like no.
Say Leo, she say Leo, she stayed in Dallas for like 10 years. You know, probably well not 10 years, probably about 5, 6 years. She stayed in Dallas.
Yeah, because I
She
moved
just
to
been
East Texas in 2020, right before COVID, right before it got real bad.
okay, yeah. So yeah, you was out here for a while. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
liked
yeah.
Shreveport. I liked Shreveport and Bossier, and it was kind of felt like being back at home and the parades and everything. But I've gotten so used to like a little country life, and it's so peaceful, But it's like I got to get at least a little bit closer to a city.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Shreveport, it's a small city. It's not a country. It's not the country or nothing. It's just a small city. I think it's like a a mini version, a AAA version of Dallas
Yeah.
with casinos. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say that. I'm gonna say Detroit mixed with Atlantic City.
That sounds more like it. Yeah.
Cause I've been to both of those cities, and I know you if you've been to Detroit, Detroit got those condemned ass buildings or buildings they try to make look good,
Yeah.
like Detroit has, and they got casinos, and then you got Atlantic City with nothing but casino.
Yeah.
So it's like a mixture of Atlantic City and Detroit mixed together. That's Shreveport for you.
I liked it down there. It felt like being back at home a little bit. I do miss New Orleans though. Man, I miss me some NOLA. When I've seen the parades and all those videos pop up, I'm like, oh, be good to go home.
Our Irish J Teapot said they're from Canada, but they live in Dallas right now, and it's cold like a mother. It sure is cold like a motherfucker tonight out here in Dallas. You ain't lying, Irish
I'm
J
a summer
Teapot.
baby. I'm a summer baby. I like my summers.
Serving leader T. Anton won the debate. He's motherfucking right. Anton did. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Yes. What it do, Lisa? Big sis. Yeah, but yeah, keep it running, Taz Cat. My bad. I know you going. They liking your conversation. They all into your shit. They can
There's a
tell they
lot of
like
it,
your
man.
shit.
There's a lot of it. It's so funny because my therapist stopped one day and she just looked at me and I'm like, what? And I've had the same therapist for like 10 years, like off and on, because she's like the only lady I trust. She's the only person I trust with my secrets. She knows everything. So it's like hard to go to a new one and start all over again. So she's amazing. But like she just looked at me and she goes, I'm just amazed. I go, why? She goes, you survived. And I said, what? She goes, everything. And I go, yeah. She goes, but you're not like crazy. You're not like an addict. You're not. I go, I didn't have a choice. Like, I didn't have a choice. Like, I had to be this, or else I would have not survived. Like, I would be dead, or I'd be in jail, or like I wouldn't have my kids. I wouldn't have a good house. Like, I, I had to be. Like I had to be realistic. I had to like play devil's advocate. I had to be. This is what my life is. No, fuck that. And it was like I didn't have that luxury of being sheltered, or my parents were, hey, this is New Orleans. We're cops. We don't give a shit because we're worried about our careers. Oh, there's like five of y'all. So just survive. You'll be fine. I mean, we went days without food, lights. I mean, they'd be on the, I called CPS one time. They would take us away because they were cops.
You know what? It's funny. I remember you telling me your mom was the police back a long time ago. Did I meet your mom a long time ago?
She came to Sherlock, that crazy
Yeah, she came
bitch.
to Sherlock with us. Hell yeah, I met your mom a long time ago. And then I'm gonna tell you, I went on Facebook, I seen the picture of your mom and dad in their uniforms.
Yep.
Police. And I said, I met her mom. So mom came to Sherlock with us one night.
Yeah, my mom fucking psycho, man. She built the system of like narcissism and the blue book on how to scam the system and be a corrupt. I mean, she built all that. So she loves to like think, oh, my career is so amazing. But it's like, nah, bitch, we know it's real. We know what's up. Like, stop. Just stop. You can play that with
Straight
other
up.
people. You can't play that with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to always think every knock at the door, I'm like, whose body we identifying tonight? Mom or dad? Like, what we doing? And then dad was always on the news with the homicides. You'd see him in the background, his big old cowboy hat, tight fucking jeans, and his flashlight. Where's the bullet? You're like, look, there's dad on TV again.
Well, New Orleans, yeah, them crooked cops. New Orleans, I think New Orleans, LA, they the first city to have the crooked cops.
Good night, Lisa. Thank you for coming in.
All right there, Lisa. Y'all have a good. I appreciate you tapping in, Lisa, doing what you do all the time. I appreciate you there, lady. You get you some rest and see you on the flip side.
Iris Jade, I can make you some Cajun food. I used to be a chef, so I know how to make a lot of good New Orleans food, especially my gumbo.
Righteous, righteous.
But I'm gonna have to cut off here soon because I got an exam tomorrow, so I got to study for it because I've been a little preoccupied with making some memes on somebody.
I mean, when you cut off, I'm gonna keep it running for a minute. Either way it
Perfect.
goes, so.
But guys, I want to say good night. I still have a lot of story to share, so if you ever wants me back, I come back on and share some more with you guys. Definitely thank you for letting me talk and speak. And Cuddy, man, boy, I miss you. Let's get together like here real soon. Cause I'm gonna go down to Dallas next week for a photo shoot. So I'll hit you up, but
Hey,
I'll
hey,
text you.
hey, hey. Hit me up. Hey, I'm off next weekend. I'm off this weekend coming. Next weekend I gotta work, but I'm off Super Bowl weekend. So
Okay.
yeah. Hey, fuck with me
Hey,
though.
Rez, the reason why I have veneers is because my ex a while back threw me down the stairs and I busted my jaw and my teeth open. So that's the reason why I have.
What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong with veneers here? Shit, when you get in your 40s here, you're gonna need veneers anyway, nigga, when you get older anyway, nigga.
They look a
Your
lot
teeth
better
and
than
shit
my old
started
teeth.
just hell yeah, nigga, when you get older anyway, nigga, you gonna have to get veneers, you dumb motherfucker, you.
Hey, you know what? My smile looks
Dumbass.
a lot better than my old teeth. So, it is what it is. I dealt with it and I'm doing my work on it. So it's just, it's expensive and it's a process. So, yes, Irish, I will make you some
Yeah.
gumbo. But I'm going to sign off for the night. Cuddy, I'm going to send you my new number. I just changed it. So I'll send you my new one and we'll get together real soon. Leo,
Righteous.
why don't you come eat with us, Leo?
All right, lady.
All right.
Hope to do that.
Bye.
All
How do I
right,
hang
though.
up? Just put the X?
You gotta hit that X button or something.
Okay.
Righteous, righteous. What's happening with y'all? Your boy Cuddy J, man. Hey, man, this my girl, man. My own girl. Cat. That's a cat right there, man. There's gonna be more stories to come from her, man. I think she wouldn't mind sitting up here finishing off, what she had to say. But she hit me up, and she was like, "Hey, I want to come on your shit and run it." And I'm like, "Okay, you built for it." And I haven't seen her in so long, man. It's always good to it's always good to come across people, man, that you pretty much you came up with. And you ain't seen them in a long time, and it was a good vibe right there, man. It seemed like she's same old cat going through all these wars and shit, and she overcoming them. Not going to say she's not. And yeah, that shit was fun though, yeah, that was up right there, Iris. Appreciate you, Iris. Yeah, she said that's the homie right there, man. She cool. Yeah, yeah, man. Y'all will be hearing more from Kat. You know, like I said, she if she was living out here in Dallas, she probably be uh my honorary co-host on my podcast that I do on here. I won't have to wait on having guests to do my podcast. It'll be something I do automatically every week anyway, along with doing the live. And that's another thing I'm waiting on too, guys. I'm trying to find a balance where I do my live 4 nights out the week, give you the kickback chit chat, and do a podcast. So that'll be like what six videos out of 7 days. I'm giving you content six out of 7 days. I'm trying to get on that. Iris JT Pot says she love it. That's what's happening with it, Iris. I love the fact that you tapped in and gave us love. Everybody tapping the body here now. They thought the show was over with, and we still here. We still in here running it. They must think the show over with. Where my moderators at? I know Lisa gone. The chat line went crazy tonight. I see a lot of trolling as usual. Ain't nothing wrong with. Shout out to Trollville. I love my trolls on this bitch. I love these trolls. Young Slime, what's happening with it, man? I'm in Dallas, Texas, man. I'm in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I've been living in Dallas, Texas for years, man. Yo, nigga, I don't get my address out on the motherfucking video, man. What type of move you think that is, nigga? Nigga asking me where's my address in Dallas, nigga, like I'm gonna give my fucking address to a stranger where I live at. Nigga, what type of game you think this is? Nah, man, I ain't gonna give you no address. I can meet you somewhere. We can go meet at a bar somewhere, and you can bring the blunt to the bar. How about you do that? I wouldn't mind meeting you at the bar up the street somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I live in Addison, matter of fact. We can meet at one of them bars in Addison, and you can bring your blunt. I'm gonna bring my blunt too, and you know what I'm saying. We can smoke them. You know what I'm talking about? I'm with that. Who you talking about, Iris? I'm not fixing to give him my address to where I live at. But if he wants to meet up somewhere, we can a place we can meet up at, and he bring his blunt. I'm gonna bring my blunt too. How old are you, yo, slime? I don't really fuck with no young niggas like that. You like 21, 22 years old. I don't have no business being around no nigga that young. I'm 48 years old. What it do, Simon the Goat? What's happening with it? You 34? That's what's happening with it, man. We'll meet up someday one man. I'm not gonna say tomorrow or nothing like that. You just ain't gonna tell me when we gonna meet up or nothing like that. I'll let you know whenever I wanna hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? You wanna hit at me, get in my email. Jay, you 32? That's what's happening with it. By the way, Iris Jade, I wanted to tell you, Iris, you're a beautiful lady, by the way. You're very beautiful, by the way, Iris Jade. You want to check with me? Email. You want to get in touch with me? Here's my email. There's my email right there. You want to get in touch with me? You can chat with me that way. We can see what if you that serious about fucking with me, anybody. Hit me on my email, man. We ain't finna talk no business live on this live right here. This bozo shit right there. Nigga, I just gave you my email. Like, my email is good enough. You want to hit me up? You want to hit my email right there. Not if you can get my phone number. You don't need that. I don't know who I'm giving my number to. Iris Jade, are you single? Are you with? Are you married? Are you single? What's your status? What's your status looking like on the relationship side? Niggas say we gonna make some money. Well, you know what? We gonna chop it up then. Like I said, say look. All you gotta do, man, I gave you my email address. All you gotta do is hit me up on there. If you serious about what you're talking about and it's valid at the same time, you gonna hit me up on the email. And we exchange numbers right there and we'll talk about it and I'll see what you're talking about. And then I'll tell you if I want to submit, subscribe to what you got going on. I'm not no nigga that just jump in the water, you know what I'm saying, head first and be excited about whatever's coming up. Money don't move me like that because all money ain't good money. I'm gonna tell you that one thing. I do play chess, nigga. You know, uh, sometimes domino effect can't fuck with me. You single girl? What part of? Now you know what you say you live in Dallas, right? I'm gonna ask this question. You don't got to tell me what part of Dallas you live in, but do you live in Dallas or do you live in Arlington or Grand Prairie or Mesquite or on the outskirts, Plano, Frisco, Irving? You get what I'm saying? Arlington, or do you live in Dallas, Texas? Like South Dallas, North Dallas, East Dallas, West Dallas, Pleasant Grove, Oak Cliff. Do you live in a city? Yes, fine. We're gonna talk it. We're gonna wrap it up, man. Cause I see what you're fishing. I get what you're fishing, man. But let me see what you're fish about. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, I'm willing to do anything. If you put it like this, if it's valid and it's legal, I'm willing to sacrifice whatever I got going on in my regular job to do whatever I got to do on this job if I'm getting paid more. Same time, still do my podcast and my live stream at my house. So yeah. Let me know what you're talking about. Hit my email up. Oh, you live in Dallas, Texas, in the city? Okay, that's what's happening with it. Okay, I'm on the Addison side. I live on the north side. I live off the tollway. I live right off the tollway in Addison, kind of like borderline Dallas, far north Dallas, Addison. I'm off the tollway. The last time I got tested, you talking about like your annual testing for STDs. Nigga do that shit every 6 months. When you my age, you know what I'm saying. When you get to a certain age, you do. You get on there. You start this, so you start obeying your body. You get tested. You do your annual. I know some people they go every 3 months. You know, I go every 6 months. It depends on how active I am. On the sexual part, but like sometimes I'll be real. Sometimes I'm a nigga. I'm a bachelor. Shit, I go 4 5 months without no pussy sometimes because I be so focused on the dollar. I be around bitches all fucking month, won't even fuck on them because I be on some other shit. But I just be having, I be wanting that woman companionship. But I can go without pussy for a while because you get to a certain age, you don't care about pussy no more, man. At least it's brand new. Only pussy good is when it's the first pussy time fucking. They just keep it 100. After you ain't fuck to the fuck keep free time, you don't care about having to hit it all the time. Unless they really just briding on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I say the way I move. I don't really be having time. Well, a woman just but I have a woman that gives me attention. More I give her more attention than anybody else about that. You stop talking. I kind of figured you was saying something about some porn shit. I knew where you was going at before you got where you was going. So I either knew was we'll talk about that. But we ain't finna fuck up the chat line though. Talking about this right here though, because it's other stuff I want to talk about. Jay said she know where that's at. Are you close by, Irish J Teapot? Or you far away? I'm a, I'm right by the Galleria Mall. Like I can see the Galleria Mall. I pull out my apartment and shit. I see the Galleria Mall. That's where I live at. I live right by the Galleria Mall. Like I can see the Galleria Mall. When I walk out to the parking lot, I see the Galleria Mall buildings. They hot. It goes. It's hot. It's ain't number tall buildings right there off the fucking tollway, riding all the way up to Plano and Frisco. Skyscrapers all up that bitch. So yeah, I live right here with all these high rise skyscrapers and everybody. It's like never find nobody because it's so many people out here. Even at nighttime, the traffic out here on my side of town in Addison, there's always a lot of people out here. It's too many people out here. You're not. It's like a needle in a haystack trying to find somebody that you know. Like looking for your homeboy, looking for your girlfriend in Addison, nigga. It'll be hard, nigga. It's too much traffic. It's too much going on. Especially I live on a busy street. I live on one of the main streets out here. I know on the busy streets, so like in the intersection too. Man, like in the intersection live, the street live, everything. There was a lot of traffic. At nighttime is a little different. You know what I'm saying? But daytime that shit go hard all day. What it do, Don Juan, homie? What up, fam? We on here chilling. I just got through interviewing my homegirl Cat. We on here just running it right now though, chopping it up with new people who tapping in, letting them get the feel of what's going on in the kickback. Shit, I can't believe it. Damn, it's almost 2 hours. We almost at 2 hours, hour and a half. Oh, here, shit. The thing about it, y'all don't. You know what? Sometimes you don't even got to wait on the notification. All you got to do is just go to YouTube, right? If you go to YouTube, if you click on your YouTube app, it's gonna let you know who's doing what that that's on your algorithm. If you're a moderator or or you subscribe to me, if you click on, it's gonna give you my latest every time. All you gotta do is like sometimes you might don't get no notification. Sometimes you just gotta go to your YouTube app and click on the YouTube app, and you'll see me running. Yeah, you made hey, and damn no one, you missed it too though. You got to run it, you got to go back and look at it. You should have been on though. You should have got it live though. You should have got you gonna wish you would have watched the whole you gonna wish you would have watched it live. Everybody was tapped in on here. I don't know where they gone though. I don't know is Lego still on here, 85. I know Lisa the only one said bye out of all the moderators. And there's been a bunch of moderators on here tonight. But nobody ain't said nothing. I don't. That's why I ain't ended the show yet because I don't know which moderators I still got on here. Yeah, I know you're gonna check it out. Yeah, I don't even know who we got all on here yet. I guess I'm gonna try to see at least get 20 likes. You know what I'm saying? If I get 20 likes, that'll be good. Hell yeah, man. 2026, man. Me, man. You know, I put myself in position to get in better position. You know, shit. And grown niggas, these, you know, we going, yeah, niggas still think, you know, niggas still, when it comes to just you looking out for somebody, man, and it turns into, you know, that's when you got, yeah, progression, you know, progression. Oh, man, you got, man, I told, I be leaving over my body for. I choose not to let certain content and shit through my, and here I am again. Cause I feel like, you know what? The only way to keep this friendship is to keep this motherfucker away from me. Like, and you know, they just say it's like each other because, so what you gonna choose in a relationship with each other to last forever, and your responsibility like what that is. You gotta, you know, one. Probably because I have my hand over the mic. Can you hear me now? But now, you said you can hear me now, right? I don't know how long you were saying. I don't know how long y'all wasn't able to hear me, but I was saying how it is that, you know, it's much ready to go. Appreciate that, man. You just my little homie right there, man. She'll be back on here again whenever she want to come on. I'm invite her on here. I'm glad y'all like her, man. I've been start bringing a lot of other people on here, man. I got a bunch of characters y'all are like, you know. And I ain't gonna say like I ain't saying characters like in a bad way. I'm saying like I got some people, some I got a hell of a cast of people y'all would love to meet and see come on here and talk. Like I got some homeboys and homegirls, man. I live the infamous life. You know what I'm saying? And I got some people around me that were part of my life throughout my years when I was out there running around in the streets and shit, doing all type of shit, in my young ages. And if you go back and look at some of my podcast episodes on my YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel, what I mean, you'll see I got stories with people from back then, and we chopping it up on here. You say you like a little bit buzz. But like I was saying though, man, yeah, I'm not. I saved a lot of friendships. You know, I did a lot of. It's a lot of episodes and interviews I did, and niggas from my hood. I wanted to save our friendships, and like and here I am again trying to save my friendship with you know, by departing. Sometimes you got to save your friendship doing different things. Appreciate that donation. Um, this time, I'm saving a friendship by not having that person around me. Cause I know as long as they're around me, they're gonna end up probably killing the relationship. It's only right that I keep them away from me because they're gonna kill the relationship, and I don't need them doing it. And it's like it's quicksand. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're going slow. I don't, I don't need them stepping in this mud. And I don't need stepping in this mud. Appreciate that Don Juan for the donation. I got some interviews from some game bangers, but I got some home. I bring my homeboys on the set for you niggas. Yeah, I bring my homeboys on the set for y'all. My homeboy, they can't wait. I got interviews with my home. I got some homeboys in my podcast. Some gang affiliation, but they older niggas. But you want some young niggas? I got them too. Yeah, more than likely you probably gonna see some neighborhood rolling 60 Crips. You know what I'm saying? Those neighbors. And you might, go in other cities. Five. I got a couple five dudes who were homeboys. That I know. A homeboy mill down shot. Uh, what else, man? Two Dre. I think I had a couple bloods on here, not neighborhood pyros. And mm-hmm, and four dudes. It's all good. That dumb one. We ain't tripping, cuz. Hold up, hold up. I had some bloods back in the day though. Some young niggas out here in Dallas. Some young niggas I was interviewing, they were bloods. Them niggas like a couple of them was though, but most niggas I interviewed, they were bloods from Dallas. I think I've interviewed probably about 3 different Crips, 4 different Crips. I take that back. Cause during the pandemic, I went on a big run, and there was a bunch of Crips then. So I take that back. A matter of fact, I remember the time somebody had said, "Damn man, you don't never interview Bloods." So I take that back. It is a bunch of Crips I interviewed. And see, Don Juan, you know what's funny? I ain't even know you was on the red side to be on the cool side. I ain't even know you ain't never just showed your hand on what side you rock with. I thought you was with us because everybody you support, they own it on our side. And then you can see the Grove, right? You can see the Grove, so shit. You sure do need to come on. The one you supposed to been came on the show, man. You supposed to been the host of the Kickback Network. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I know with the scheduling, it ain't gonna be the only didn't have jobs. You know what I'm saying? He was making, if I was making that, to come on, and run the channel every day to make the platform bigger. You know what I'm saying? Of cast members who I knew would run this show, this channel, whether it's the back shit, the the kickback podcast show, or the kickback news, whatever it is. I got my top five people who I had to hire. That you want to have, and then some. I think some certain people have different sets, and then 85 cut. If then again, these got to be people who want to be on camera too, though. It just can't be people who are. It gotta be people who want to be, who ain't afraid to be on camera. It gotta be on that tip. You was on Gangland, you told it, okay, I need to come on and tell when I was on Gangland. Now, done one, I want to hear about that. So, do you, hey, give me the episode. Tell me the episode is on, so I can go check that shit out. You heard? Yeah. But shit, done one. Hey, you ain't say nothing but a word. You know, all you gotta do is just call me and let me know and say, hey, Cuddy, when I need to come over there and we do the show. That's all you gotta do. This is my off day right here. Is this day right here cool? Is this time right here cool? And all you gotta do is just let me know. You know, it ain't nothing. Closed mouth don't get fed. I'm gonna check that shit right there, dumb one. Definitely. Matter of fact, I might check that shit out tonight. I'm hungry like a motherfucker though. I think I want some wings. I'm greedy than a motherfucker, man. I really might want to get a burger though. I think I want me a burger cheese. Not the down, well, any bar. The top bars, I'm gonna give me a cheeseburger. Oh yeah, well, I'm trying to go there, get come back and watch this GKB Gangland. I probably watched that one before though, cause I didn't watch all the Gangland episodes. I think I have. But shit, man, we had 19 likes, man. I thought we were gonna get 20. I was trying to get the 20 on. Trying to get the 20 on, you heard me? I always end up getting wings every time I finish my live. They be my late night dinner sometime when I finish my live. And the thing about it, I ate before. Now, don't judge me, y'all. Before I got home by 8:30. I hit Katie, but let her know, hey, we gonna go on about 9:15. But be ready though. I got some things they got to set up and everything. But anyway, I got home a little bit earlier than what I thought. I fixed two bacon sandwiches before I started that show. Because man, I be hungry, man. Like you gotta understand, I eat at work around about 3 o'clock, 3:30. I've been to build up appetite again. by the time I got home. But sometimes when I get home, I just go straight to going live. I drink and I smoke, and next thing you know, I'm hungry. So it's, that's why I be like in the middle of my live, like, should I cut this damn live and get me something to eat, or just work it out? And a lot of times I work this shit out. When I got tired of doing it, I'm like, man, let me go ahead and feed myself tonight. That way I can make it through this live and be able to do this interview right. Montre, talk to me. I'm your brother, man. Montre is a cool guy, man. I could tell he's a cool cat. That's why I fuck with. I like when he fuck with me the way he fucks with me. I fuck with him the same way back, but it just be on a different type of tip. You heard? He don't be no. I know he don't mean no disrespect. He got a different type of personality where it seems like he trolling, but he just keeping the chat line entertaining. He got to fuck with me. He got to keep me on my toes, not on my heels. That's why I made him a moderator. Now I know the only one. He's the moderator. He's kind of like Sting was with NWO. He didn't know if he was with the Wolfpack or he was with the Black and White. So he kind of like you don't know what to expect out of Montre to go, man. I know he don't mean no harm. He keeps me, you know, he keeps afloat. Montre to go, man. I know he don't mean no disrespect. I know I know who's solid and who ain't. Nigga didn't make it this old that for nothing. Yeah, Don Juan, we definitely gotta. I don't see 20 likes, I see 19. Don Juan, we definitely gotta hook up real though. 2 years now. It been when Corey had told me it was last. Yeah, it been 2 years. It's been 2 years since we've been talking about putting you being the co-host on this podcast, and like I got another podcast too, man, called Product of My Environment with my boy Milton Brown. He been bugging me too, man. Said he ready to get that going out too, though. Which that's a lot of work on me though, because you gotta understand, I'm the one to do all the editing and all the other shit too as well. And not only that, I do my live every night. I do my other shows. Plus, I gotta do this. I was telling him it'd be good if I link him with somebody that I got somebody I can link them up with called, you know, you know, product of my environment. I got the right dude. He my partner from Oak Cliff, man, blood OG blood nigga. You know what I'm saying? And Milton Brown and Fire Deuce Hoover. I need to put them together on it. I told him I'd do a couple of episodes with them just to lead it off, to get it a little, put a little, get it a little wet, and then and I branch off and let them do their show on their own, and they can bring a third wheel on or a female on, whatever they want to do. But I got my hand in too many baskets right now, and I gotta find until I get some help. I can't do all these shows like that. I can't. Nah, I got to send you my number, Don. Well, you know what? I told you I was gonna send you my number, and I never did. I forgot. I remember I said that shit on live. I said, Don, one, I gotta send you my number. And guess what? I still got. I'm gonna send it to you. I got you. I'm gonna send it to you. You right. But hey, y'all, the dude's getting low on the phone. Uh, I think we ain't had enough talking and going on. I'm getting hungry as a motherfucker thinking about that burger. Uh, I'm gonna check in with y'all tomorrow, man. I don't know what we talking about tomorrow, but we talking about somebody or talking about something. And it's the boy Cuddy J, the Kid Back Network podcasting line. Good night, Don Juan, baby. I'm gonna see you my number though in just a minute, all right? I'll let y'all. Da da da.